Let's talk about being pansexual and non-binary. So I'll often joke about being a pansexual non-binary switch who's okay with polyamory as long as it's ethical. And I'm also an omnist anthropologist philosopher who's neurodivergent. Being a Virgo, I'm convinced, is the only reason that I can make a decision ever. But with that joke also comes kind of like a loaded understanding of what decisions we have to make in society and why those decisions are even like a consideration, right? And it's all based on the binary. So for me, because of who I am, how I was born, how I'm wired, etc., the binary has literally never made sense to me. It's completely arbitrary and completely ridiculous. So I just kind of want to know if anyone else is neurodivergent and if that's the connecting factor, if there are any anthropologists, omnists, philosophers, combos of all of those things. Because even my gender identity, like I don't exactly have a title that completely makes sense. I feel pretty comfortable with bi and pan as far as sexuality goes. I don't really care because a lot of people think they're the same thing. A lot of people differentiate. Personal identity purposes, I go with pan because of my gender fluidity also, and the fact that I genuinely do not care what physical form you have. If I think you're a cool person and we vibe, awesome. But as far as gender goes, like, two-spirit feels like I'm connecting back to my indigenous roots, but at the same time I'm reconnecting. So sometimes I don't feel like it's appropriate for me to use that term. Gender queer is also kind of accurate. Gender non-binary is accurate. Agender sometimes. And people always ask what my pronouns are. I do not care. Any and all, because it could change. Like the second that I tell you to use they, them, it's gonna switch to he, she, which is confusing. But it also could be he, him, or she, her, or it could be she, he, they at any given moment. So I don't really care what pronouns people use for me because the binary doesn't make sense, like in any way. So what is your experience if you are a non-binary pansexual individual and or a queer anthropologist, philosopher, omnist, neurodivergent? I want to know what your experience is with the binary and how long it hasn't made sense to you.